Okay, so why is Thomism a good philosophical system to use for everyday life? Well, first, Thomism is a philosophical system based off of the writings of St. Thomas Aquinas. Now, we are talking about everyday philosophy here. Thomism is known for some esoteric stuff, like proofs for the existence of God and for the immortality of the soul, but it's also very helpful for everyday life. And some people may think that it's sort of outdated since St. Thomas lived in the 13th century. But one thing that is not outdated is our ability to introspect our own mind. And the ethical system and the moral theology found in St. Thomas Aquinas is an evolution of both Aristotle and St. Augustine. So, what is the ethical system of Thomism? Well, it's a type of virtue ethic. So, virtues are types of habits. And we all have habits. You could think of habit as something that you wear, okay? Something that's part of you. Now, a virtue is always a habit that is in the middle of moderation between two extremes. So, for example, on one extreme you might have bravery, and at one extreme you may have recklessness, and on the other extreme you have cowardice. Bravery would be in the middle. So bravery is the virtue between two extremes, being too reckless and being too much of a coward. The virtue that connects all of the virtues is prudence, because if you don't have prudence, then none of the other virtues function properly. For example, you could have a soldier who is not prudent, so he goes and gets drunk. That would be a lack of temperance too. And if he goes on the battlefield and fights, even though he has bravery, being drunk is going to get him killed because of his lack of prudence. So that is why prudence connects all the virtues. Now, that is Aristotelian. But what St. Thomas adds is the supernatural virtues. Now, supernatural virtues are called supernatural because they aim for a supernatural end, heaven. Okay? Aristotle's virtues, for the most part, aim for the happiness in this life. Whereas St. Thomas also has the theological virtues of faith, hope, and love, and the gifts of the Holy Spirit, for example. All right? And also like supernatural bravery or supernatural fortitude, which is what a Christian martyr has. A Christian martyr is willing to die for his faith. So that is a level of bravery that is a bit higher than just going to war and facing danger and giving up your life for the common good, which is still very brave, but it's not supernatural. You're not doing it for Jesus, in other words. Okay, so Thomism, its ethical system is just huge. I could go on for hours on it. But if you go into Google and you type in Aquinas works, and you click on that, and then you look at everything Aquinas has ever written, you could find his commentary on Aristotle's Ethics. So you could start by reading Aristotle's Ethics and Aquinas' commentary. And then in the Summa Theologica, there's a section just on all the different virtues. I believe the third part of the Summa has all of them. Okay, so this was just an intro to that. If anybody would like any follow-up videos, or if you would like me to get into more depth with it, just message me and I'll do another video.